Welcome to the Mindstorm Productions podcast with your hosts, Mindstorm and Auntie Ange.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I said to this one a second ago, and I said to him, "Oh, I've had a bit of a quick power nap." So he replied, "I knew you had, Mum." I went, "How do you know?" Ever since then, he's not trust me because he thinks I've done something naughty or mischievous.
She's been giggling like she has been up to something.
I haven't. It's most probably I had a nice meditation power nap, and I think that it's just hopefully
She's devious.
Hopefully the power nap that I had when I had this little dream, it comes true because it's a nice one. So anyway, Caino, I need to say thank you because somebody screenshot what you said about it's better watching this programme because of me. Thank you, Caino. I love you, Caino. To be fair, Ange, could you blame if you seem like No, I don't, because I do chaos. And I do mischievous stuff, and when I do something mischievous...
As you just proved him, you went, "No, I don't. I do chaos." He just said you do chaos.
Yeah, so I do get into a little bit of mischief and stuff. But probably sometimes when I've done it, it takes a while, and then they go, "That was you, wasn't it?" No. Oh dear. But yes, thank you, Caino. I loved that when he screenshot it and sent it to me. It boosted my ego wonderfully.
Yes, I don't. When I shared that question about what is it? What's it called? The question about favourite streamers. I'm disappointed that nobody said me.
No, I thought it was quite nice. It was me,
How
actually.
dare you? You're all looking for a ban, all of you. Chaos itself is disorder, both denying and admitting to being an agent of chaos is perfect.
Don't, my cheeks are hurting because I'm smiling so much. Ooh, ooh. It's like when you laugh so much the back of your head hurts.
It's just constant chaos with this one.
It's never done, is it, really?
You're the epitome of discord.
So, yeah, so we'll get to the disastrous in a minute. Anyway, right, yesterday I nipped off, helped a friend out, get some cat for car because she's not very well, so I picked it up because it's like, you know, it's like when you're not well, everything seems heavy. So I did that, called in another friend, came home, cut the lawn, because normally when I cut the lawn I say, make sure you pick up the dog poo first. This is what I thought, no, because I hate, with a passion, soggy dog poo. If it's in public place, yes, I'll pick it up because I hate poo everywhere. Soggy poo and wet grass is vile. That's why when we have a bit of winter I look forward to the freeze because the poo's solid to pick up. So I said to this one the other day, check the weather out because on Saturday the weather's lovely and the weather's not bad Friday. The first thing I'm going to do is mow that lawn. I'm not even going to be tempted to pick up the dog poo first. I'm going straight over the lawn, put it in a big bag.
Spread it everywhere.
And then...
Fling it at somebody.
Fling it here. Fling it there. And put it in the back bag because you're not supposed to put garden waste in our bins, but I'm and put loads of rubbish on top.
Admitting to a crime live on camera.
It's not really a crime. They need
You return
soil.
to monkey, fling the poo.
That's definitely me. So, of course, oh, her little head is so cute. And then... so short. So anyway...
You're killing it, Caino.
So anyway, I kind of, even though I've had to pick the odd occasion poo up, put it in the grass, but yeah. So now my grass is short, so when these do their droppings, I can pick it up better. I hate picking up dog poo. I do need to get some soil so I can sort out my plants. So, ready for when the freeze does come, the plants are okay. So... That's tickled me!
She's broken, everybody.
So anyway...
You don't have a lawn, it's all dandelions.
It's true. It is all weird. He was talking with us last week because apparently he called me a bitch. And you didn't read it out. So he was talking last week, he told me.
Oh.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Didn't even say anything this time.
So yeah, so he had a mod yesterday because you didn't really say what he put up. I said, well, I didn't see it. Because you clock it on that screen before, don't you? And I clock it on this one.
It's up there, actually. I'll clock
Oh,
it there first.
up there then. So anyway, so bless. So that's what I did, and I cleaned up. So now, when I pick up the dog poo with the soil,
Our lawn is nice and short, ready for the winter, so it doesn't
Yeah.
grow for a while.
Yeah. So hopefully it won't now grow, but it won't get killed either under the frost. So yeah, that's fine. So I did that. Quick walked in, and my tea was going cold on the side. And but yes, I do need to sort out the lawn. But I ignored the garden this year because I thought we was moving, so I ignored the garden. Because I tell you a secret, I hate gardening. But, I know you're looking puzzled now, but I love a nice garden. And back in 2010, because I do love a nice garden, so even before springs come along, I live with your dad, I always make sure I had a nice garden. Because I hate gardening, but I like a nice garden, so you have to garden. But in 2010, I started growing my own little seeds and tomatoes and pumpkins and stuff like that, didn't I?
Yeah,
and I enjoy that, actually. I do like it.
Yeah, the way you kind of obsess over seeds and stuff, like, you
Oh, they're
wouldn't
my
think
babies.
you wouldn't like... Yeah, and how you call plants your babies. You wouldn't think you don't like gardening. I have a feeling you might do.
I've started to, yeah, I suppose so.
You hate the work, but love the result. There you go.
Yeah. But I like growing little
See what
babies as
Paul
well.
Says. He says,
Yeah.
I'd never call you that.
I can tell you hate gardening. I would never call you that, what, a beach. No, because you know what it stands for, beautiful. You won't call me beautiful. Horror, monster. So yeah.
How's everybody's week been?
Oh, let me tell you something else as well. Right, I did my mock exam last Friday and I got 75%. So I went to my course on Monday. No, that was Tuesday evening. Sorry, tell a lie. Go back a week. And I got 74%. So I went back, no, 75%. So I went to my lecturer Tuesday evening, went through it. This, that, and the other. So by Friday, I resat it again. And I got 90! Or was it? Anyway, and then I resat it again after that one. And I got 94! So I'm going, blah, blah, blah. I like growing little babies as well. Do you like growing little babies too? What, Caino? What sort of babies do you like to grow? I grew 4 in my tum once. They called that a bun in the oven. So, yeah. I've just been doing game development. Doing pretty good at all. Oh, that's all right then.
I've actually tested
intelligent,
some
yes.
of his game, actually.
Hey, have you?
Yeah, he's been sending it in the Patreon chat, and I've tried it out.
Mm.
It's getting good. Maybe I'll have to sit you through it as well. Get
Yes.
Auntie Ange to test it.
Yes. You go blah 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 blah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're my little babies, my little seedlings, and they grow. I grew a pumpkin once, and I accidentally lost my balance in the garden and stood on it.
Oh.
Pumpkin, and it's a little baby.
Yes.
He did leave me to it once.
Oh yeah, that was a big mistake.
Didn't you? He was driving, picking Emily up and coming back with Emily. He was linked on with Emily. And then Caino politely pointed out how I have controls over the buttons. And then when he politely pointed that out, it looked like a little light went ding. on top of my head. And I could come out with anything I wanted to, and somebody couldn't mute me. Somebody couldn't. I shouldn't remind you of this, should I? Because I need you to forget so I can take over again one day.
No.
Hey, even better now we've got this.
In future, I'll be remotely controlling everything. Now that I know how I can remote control stuff more.
He does look in pain. Oh, dear me. Oh, that's so funny.
I've been...
My pink's finally fading out. I'll have to get Romy to put me pink in again.
We've been sorting stuff out for a book.
Yes. What the heck is that? I have no chance of pronouncing that. Nggyunglydngraady. Is that coding for something really naughty and I don't know?
I have no idea. Hang on.
If you hear somebody screaming through the other wall, that will be my son playing the games.
I'm trying to think. 3 letters back.
You look like you're 16 there, just.
I'm trying to figure it out because I'm going 3 letters back. Let's see.
Oh, it's going to be something really bad, isn't it?
Yeah. K. Is it K? And what's G?
I brought some seedlings as well the other day. I got some cauliflower ones to do cauliflower. I'm going to have to get some money together and get some soil and stuff and get on with my garden. I think that's going to be next weekend. Finish tidying up the garden.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't do anything with seeds or anything because it's not the right time of year.
That's an acronym.
That's my little bitch thing, isn't it, Addy?
Oh, come on. No, I just got it.
Famous lyrics. Go on then.
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you down.
I was thinking it's a 3 letters back thing, the cipher text.
Oh, bless. So, anyway, yeah, so I've got to go and get my garden sorted out this next couple of weeks. But yes, I'm chuffed over my mock exam. I'm going back tomorrow morning to my course and I'm going to ask her to scan it again because I've got 94%, and then I'm going to do a practice run on that, and then hopefully she'll put me in.
Cool.
Hopefully we'll get some time out this week to sort out another project. I pinch his spare computer now, so I sit behind him, so when I do need anything, he doesn't run down the stairs to me on my computer, it'll be on that one. And oh yeah, and if you don't mind helping me open up a bank as self-employed, because I give up with the charity lark, and then I can up and run my charity.
Yeah, banks are being awkward at the moment, so we've got to kind of do things a different way.
So yeah.
I will lend you the grenade to do it with, but I want it back after.
Is that the grenade to attack him on with, is it?
Maybe. So if anyone remembers, I was doing those drawings for a book a long time ago. I'll lend you the garden. If you remember, I was doing those drawings for a book a long time ago, and after a lot of hassle and a lot of, constantly doing stuff, that we're finally getting it published. So you're going to see more about that in the future. Grenade the garden. How about that? Then you won't have a garden to worry about.
So yes.
So yeah, finally getting the book out. So hopefully that helps the business. Please.
Yeah, cross fingers. Then you've done the other bits of drawings, which once we sort that out, I'll message somebody else. We'll see if they want your drawings on there.
And I've been sorting out merchandise for that pub. I got to sort out further. I'm making progress. It's very slow, but I'm
OMG,
getting there.
I'm going. Well, bye, Evans. Bye.
Bye.
Did you know? I think that's a symbol of love in the sign language.
Is it? Oh. How completely
Okay.
random.
I know. That's because I'm saying bye to him in a minute. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping things are going to work out for the business because it's very exhausting. So,
Are you going? No, I'm not going. Evans was going. Or are you Gordon? Or Garden?
I think it's talking about Evans.
Ah.
Or did you want to talk about the kitchen situation then?
You can whenever you want to talk about the kitchen
I
situation.
can do, shall we?
Have you finished talking about your little book published?
Yeah.
It's
So
fine.
so I've finally got through getting the book published. I've had my paperwork sorted with the author, and then I'll have to work on the drawings for the sequel soon. So fun. Imagine running a business. I know, right? What lunatic would do such a thing? So yes, what was it? Yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes. I decided.
Should we go from my perspective first, and then you talk yours?
Go on then. I'll allow you to go first.
So yesterday, I was upstairs. I think I was getting things ready for the stream, and Auntie Ange was downstairs cooking because she was making this dish. She wanted me to try a piece. She wanted to take a piece to a friend and take a piece to Evans. She was really excited about it and all sorts. So while I'm getting on with stuff, suddenly I hear this loud bang and things going everywhere. And then Auntie Ange screams. And I thought, oh God, what's Mum done now? So I kind of walk my way downstairs, and all I see is just glass smashed all over the place, and the dinner you were cooking just flopped over the hob. And so Auntie Ange, do you want to say what happened?
Well, I was going to cook a casserole, sausage casserole. So then I thought I'll have a look at my recipe and cook from scratch because I like to do it. And then I come across this recipe, which is cider sausage casserole. And I got so excited, I thought, right, I'm going to do this, give my friends some, Evans, and then, because I now and again I've started doing a get together with some friends, and it's going to be my turn of cooking, so I was going to experiment this. So I've got my sausages, got my onions, got my cider, got my juice, got the apples, and I'm prepping away, and I griddled my sausages, put them aside, and the onion, the bacon, smoked bacon, and then it says I've got to cook the apples in a casserole dish. Now I know sometimes you can put a casserole dish on the hob because I've done that with my previous ones, but this is a glass one. I thought, well, it's got to be fine because it goes in the oven. So I cooks my apples then in this casserole dish, switch it off, and then think, oh no, I'll stick it back on. So I'll turn the gas back on with a casserole dish. And then I put my onions in, which is sausages in, because you put your sausages in. Then you put your onions in. So then I thought, right, I'll just go and get the apple now, the cider, to put it. And as I turn me back to get the cider, I hear this great big explosion, screamed like a baby. And I just turn around, and glass obviously is everywhere. And there's me dinner. The apples that I cooked, the onions, the bacon, the sausages, all there. And I was gutted, so I'm going to get myself a cast iron casserole. Because I have got some, I don't know where my other casserole dishes go, but they're like metal, and you can put them on the hob and you cook. Because I've done it a few times before, and then stick it in the oven. But normally I don't really like cooking casseroles on top of a hob. I've only started building my confidence. 40 years old now, and I've only decided to start building my confidence a bit more cooking on a casserole. But obviously not, and it was a glass casserole, and it was really, really pretty and nice, and that's it. And we have a photograph, don't you?
I do. Bear with me. Spam bots got into the chat, so I'm just going to There we go. Go here. Get the chat. Chat overlay. Open a fresh new chat. There we go.
So there goes my experiment. So I'm getting a new casserole dish. I'm getting a cast iron one because Supermarket's doing it next to nothing can price. So I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to retry the recipe again. And I got a silver little tray that I was going to put the mashed potato and then all the sauce because she doesn't have a microwave, I'm afraid. She has anti-microwaves. Put the sausages on, 3 sausages for her with the juices and everything. You was going to have one in a bowl separately. So I was even more excited that you was willing to try my sausage size casserole.
I'm not really a casserole person.
No, I know, but you was willing to try this. But now
it's a very small amount.
Then looking at it, I think I would do less onions. Even though it says 8 ounces of onions, I could do less onions, I think.
I feel like the onions will overflow, like the taste. You already killed the bloody whole house.
I did.
With onion. My eyes were watering. I was in my office upstairs. My eyes were watering.
When I was cooking the onions, I know I had tears streaming down my face when I was doing it and they're all going down.
I still saw your message, don't worry.
This was going, Oh dear, so but didn't the kit house smell gorgeous of the food afterwards?
You know it smelled all through the night.
Did it?
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, so you want to see the image of what
lovely.
Of what Mum's food looked like on the hob after the explosion. It's not a very good image because Auntie Ange needs to wipe her camera before taking a photo.
Right, okay.
But
can you zoom in on that?
Well, I mean, I can,
and you can see glass all at the back. All there. Glass at the back.
Well, they can't see where you're pointing.
No, but you can with your mouse, so surely.
Hang on, if you do that, like, see glass at the back about up here, some around the hobs. There was a little bit of glass on the floor.
All over the chopping board.
Just everywhere.
In the hallway.
Yeah. That was a very loud pop as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, explosion.
So,
Kaboom.
That's what Auntie Ange had gone and done. So all that, so you had to scoop all that, pop it on like some tray or something so you can chuck it in the bin.
Yeah, put it on one of my baking trays and I scooped it all up with me washing up glove and a wooden spoon and just...
Yeah, I came
and
down
then we had to
scoop
hoover.
up, didn't I?
Yeah, and we had to hoover quick before the dogs come downstairs, so that's a priority.
And then you had to throw all the stuff out of the animal bowls.
Yeah, because my cat had got biscuits there and I had to bin her biscuits and everything and rewash all the animal bowls. And
you know what, I took one of the bowls off from the draining board last night and I could hear like something solid fall out of it, so I was wondering if there might be a piece of glass on the draining board.
Could be. Could
So
have gone.
we
It
have
would have
to
gone
have a
everywhere, wouldn't it? I mean, I'm lucky that I had my back to it, 'cause imagine if it just did it in my face.
I know, right? The title is close enough. It is an explosion
I demand a refund.
It is an explosion in the kitchen. No refunds. If you read the description, it will state it. So there you go.
Yes. Well, technically, it was an explosion in the kitchen.
It was an explosion. What I'm saying is, it's just because the title, you see. But if you read the description, which I believe says, today's topic, there was an explosion in our kitchen. So you see, you didn't read the fine print. So yeah, so that was fun. So I went down, I helped with a bit of sweeping, grabbed the hoover out for you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did a little bit of hoovering, but then I had to get on with getting the stream ready.
Mhm.
So yeah, I noticed the stream cut off yesterday. It actually cut off a lot sooner than I thought it did. I thought there'll still be. I'm in the description looking for it. It says no refunds. Wait, hang on. Yep. Okay. Now, if you refresh, you'll see. It says it now. Isn't that right? Yes, Blue. what was I going to say? Yeah, my stream cut out last night, so I'm hoping we're not going to have that issue where we lose connection again midstream. Because if so, I'll have to put a hole in the understair cupboard, wouldn't I, to run a cable through it and plug directly into my PC just to hope that it doesn't cause that issue. But to refresh, I would miss a couple nanoseconds. Okay, all right. If you refresh, we'll wait for about 5 seconds. So refresh now. 1, 2, 3. Slow seconds. 4, 5. And you should be back. There you go.
The same recipe in between.
No, I'm just counting slow. And then there you go. It should now be in the description. Did he try to lick you? Yeah, I see it in the replay. Speaking of replay, I've learned a new little trick with that I can do stream replays. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, I simply watched on Twitch when I refreshed. Well. Now you don't have proof that it didn't say no refunds. Gotcha! You can't get a screenshot now.
This is why he prefers me more than you.
That's just because I do stuff. I don't know what I was going to say, but whatever. Yeah, you can't get a screenshot without it in the description now. I win. So yeah, that was a fun event. Jokes on you. I also took a screenshot before I refreshed. Do you think I'm that much of a noob? But did you though? Did you really though? And editing the bloody what's it called? It's the editing the element doesn't count. So no refunds. You still be on there. What?
No, I'm just...
You just seem really confused.
I'm just leaving you to get on with it. That's the best way, isn't it? Just let them get on with it.
But yeah, so what's been going on?
I don't know what we're going to cook for tea.
Oh, fun.
Oh, you could have sausage, egg and chips with eggs in. Oh no, I don't put eggs in.
Disgraceful, you're sacked. I'll be getting on with more drawing this evening because I've been trying to draw for my Charm of Shadow post that's coming up this Tuesday. But any time I've tried, I've then had to go do something else, which has been really annoying. So like, you know, like I've had to try and sort out the merch thing. Because my plan the other day was, what was it? It was record a gaming video, sort the merch thing out, do a bit of trimming with something, and then get on with drawings. I only got to do record video, sort merch thing out. So, yeah, time is too short for me. I don't like it. I did also take a little longer recording this video because I finally finished it. So, I'll be sending that to my editor soon. Oh, also, did
You just showed me a clip just, and I turned around and said, what are you going to do, stick that on a short?
Oh, that's for a separate video. That was something else.
I know, but that's what the first thing come out of
So
my
yes,
mouth is.
there's a short coming out on tomorrow on the vlog channel, so it's bloopers.
Oh yeah, well, I've seen that.
So what was I doing? Yeah. So I haven't had a chance to draw what I wanted to draw this whole week, but I've now done that. No, I haven't done that. I'm doing that tonight. That's tonight's goal. Especially now that I've done the redesign for the head. If you're in the Patreon chat, you would have seen. Because I'm trying to redesign some stuff, make it look better now that I'm getting better with my art. And changing and updating stuff. I'm always updating stuff. That's why I was trying to decide. If you need an artist, let me know. True. I have been wanting to get artists involved, haven't I, Mother? I tell you what, I might put you to the test, Caino. I might put you to the test for your art, and I won't help, but then you'll have told someone. I mean, I've seen you've done drawings, so you could try something out. I could give you a little test run if you want. Then that could help me out with some art stuff in the future. Drawings is a strong word, Lamau. we'll give it a try. We'll give you a test run if you want. Just let me know if you're up for it in the chat, and I will send stuff to practice with. Yeah, I'm not very good at consistency. That's why I have my cheat sheet with the big chart with all the heads that I draw. I don't know if I've ever shown it, but I have a chart of heads. So anytime I've drawn a head, I add that to the chart, and then that becomes my reusable feature. So you know those heads I showed you in the chat, that is now being added to the chart, and then I can stay consistent. And that's how I do it. And it also saves me hours and hours of time. It takes me a long time to do my drawings. So yeah.
Don't you think them ones that work with the judges and courts, they draw really fast?
I know, right?
And they're really good. That's like art to me.
I'll tell you, ever since because I started recording my drawings lately, so I can put them into shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I've started recording them lately, and I feel like it's helped me draw a little bit faster. Just a little bit. I do it for fun. Send me something simple, and I'll do what I can. Mainly because I could use a day off of game dev. Yeah.
Have you poured some paint onto the ceiling?
Yes.
It's going to paint the ceiling now.
Yeah. It'll happen.
That's why it's going to be whitewashed, the whole house.
It's going to happen to Callum's room as well. Because, so you know, with my virtual reality kit, they've got these hook. Like, Callum gave me this sticky hook you stick to the ceiling,
right,
so you can keep the cable out of the way. He's got two in there.
That's alright. Well, everything's going to be whitewashed when we have to move anyway.
Yeah.
Frames are going to be washed down on everything to be whitewashed.
Yeah.
That's why I never bothered decorating, because I knew it'd be easier to whitewash everything and go. Because it doesn't matter if you splot a bit on the ceiling, whiteness, because it's white anyway.
Yeah. All right, Caino. I'll try and think of something just for like a little demo, a little demo run for you. See how you do. Because it's not like I need perfect artists. Like, just as long as it portrays the message. Who do you think knows the widest variety of skills of you and me?
I can't answer that one because I don't know what your skills are.
Yes, I don't know the entirety of your skills. But that's an interesting question. Well, I guess the question is like, do you know how to animate or do visual effects? Stuff like that, 'cause that's something I do. You don't see it very often. It's usually kind of subtle or hidden somewhere. Not very subtle. Like in one of my videos, it's a Half-Life video. I'm playing VR, and there's a part where in the game you get this green power, so you can shoot electricity from your hands. And I wanted to do a joke where it says like, I feel powerful, and as I did that, I did the visual effects to get electricity to sparkle around me, and that was a bit of fun. So I guess it just depends if you're able to list off like your entirety of what your skills are and what you're able to do, and then you can always compare compare skills. And then it's always worth practicing more. I like to learn more skills. Like, compared to what I used to do many years ago, I've shown you my old video, didn't I? Which I'll have to do for a topic at some point. My old video, where I did effects, and they weren't that great. But as I'm getting on, I'm getting better and better. There's a lot of stuff I do offline that you guys probably will never ever see. Because that's for other things, and things I don't really want to show. So yeah, but I've been practicing. I've got a lot of half projects that I've not got around to finishing. So play a couple instruments, do home cooking, my own meals and all from scratch. I'm a qualified industrial cleaner. Qualified, yeah. For a second, I thought you were about to say I'm a qualified chef. Yeah.
When you did the industrial cleaning, or did you use them machines? I had to go at one of them machines when I was younger and worked in a factory. and and didn't get on very well with it. And then when I worked in the shop and I cleaned the shop for about 2 weeks while my friend out, while somebody else was on holiday, one of the other cleaners, I had to use one of them polish buffs. Didn't get on well with them neither. Yeah, and just cleaned factories in my younger days when I was a student.
Yeah.
And then
I did factory stuff
when I did help my friend out, I went in. It was with Palmerston Stretches actually in Stafford, and I went into them and I said, "Oh, I haven't received my wages," and they went, "Oh, I gave them to your friend, the girl that dated me, and your brother." So basically, she reckons the shop still had them. The shop reckon they paid her, so I reckon she stole them off me. Which I'm not surprised because she's a right thieving cow.
Got a bit more strict on this kind of stuff though these days, aren't they?
Yeah. You got long hair there.
Thank you.
Dog hair, it will be.
So Caino says use a bucket of hot soapy water, a hose, and a scratch pad. But I clean to a level of food production, which is very, very high standard. Yeah, true. I'll tell you what though, when I did what's it called? The fishmonger stuff. They're all like, "Oh yes, you gotta be strict because if you're ill, you can't come in."
Yeah.
Like when I was doing the job, and it's like, "Oh, if you're ill, you can't come in because of the whole hygiene standard and stuff like that and things." And when I was ill that time, and they were begging me to come in, it's like, "No, I am unwell."
I remember that one well. I had to go
It's like, what happened to that? What happened to that strict hygiene standard?
And then you went to help him in for a few hours on my birthday, and you said you'll help him out. And I said, "Don't go in because you won't get out," and you did, and they wouldn't let you out, and we missed out on my birthday meal. Because he booked me a little table to take me out for my birthday as a treat, and we had to miss it because they didn't come back and release you.
Which is typical. Don't do retail. Don't do retail.
Yeah, you can do retail. You just need a good manager in retail. Retail managers today.
And tell you what, tell me a good manager in retail.
The managers aren't that good today, especially around this end of the world. I've never known. I can see why they pull people from the Midlands down to run the factories around here because they don't have a clue. They have no proper business idea. I was talking to somebody about a hotel, and she was saying this, that, and the other about things. And I said, they just don't seem to know how to run a business. Actually, nobody seems to know how to run a business nowadays. They need people like me that are old school.
There's just a bit of a weird switch, right? Because you'll have the people that complain about, managers and stuff and things, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, if I was manager, this, that, and the other, yeah." And then they become a manager, and then they change, and they become the very thing they complained about.
Well,
there was a video about that.
When I was a retail manager, assistant manager of a shop, and the manager were going through managers like nobody's business. And I said to the staff, because the staff it was Christmas time and you only had half an hour dinner break. Well, back then, this is before you come along, when we didn't have the internet, so when you went shopping, you could queue for 15 minutes. Well, to me, that would take out your dinner break. So I said to a couple of members of staff, take an hour. Take an hour of your dinner break. Don't say anything to anybody. Take an hour. Gives you a chance to do some Christmas shopping because they were working 6 days a week. And didn't give you a lot in retail. So one of the members of the staff who used to live on this, because I lived on a caravan park, and there's two sorts, and she lived on the other caravan park, and I think she had a thing for your dad, because we all used to go drinking in a pub that no longer there anymore in Stafford, Lymington. And I think she had a thing for your dad. So, of course, she lived there, and her partner were a nightmare. She worked in the shop that I was working at, and she turned around and she grassed me up. She went to the area manager and she says, "Angela's allowed us to have an hour dinner break." This, that, and the other. So she come in, and I had a rollicking in the office. So I went to her and she said, "Oh, Angela," a couple of days later, she goes, "I need an extra half an hour in my dinner break. Can I have it?" I went, "Nope. Because of you, you've now ruined it." So I didn't. And then somebody pointed out, my sister pointed out, "Did she test you out to see if you still get the half an hour? Or did you then stick to the rules?" I said, "Well, either way, it backfired on her because one, she couldn't have that extra half an hour she wanted because I weren't going to risk it for her to grass me up again. And two, if she was trying to set me up, it backfired on her again anyway. So either way, it backfired on it. When you've got a manager who's doing you a favour, being kind, and you're being paid to do shopping for half an hour, You keep your bloody mouth shut. You don't go to your manager and go, by the way. You just keep your mouth shut.
People are idiots.
Oh, she thought she was being clever, but it backfired on her.
What was she trying to gain, though?
I think me bollocking because she weren't keen on me. She just didn't like me. I find that quite a lot, though. Especially with the women.
And if there's any managers watching this, stop being a douchebag.
Yeah, just flexibility. That's all they need. I always say people don't mind working for minimum wage. It's the way you're not gonna
you're not gonna get anything out of being a douchebag. So stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
No, and it's like this.
Or she had her eyes set on your position.
No, because she was pregnant and she was going to quit anyway.
So it's just to ruin you.
Yeah, it was. She's a vindictive cow.
Anyway.
Yeah, when I went to Stafford the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pub's gone. It's now a co-op.
Ah.
Which is a shame. It wasn't even that old of a pub, really, neither.
Oh.
Because it would have
They
been.
just couldn't keep going, could they?
Well, no, because what they've done is rebuilt another pub a few yards down and opened up another pub.
Oh.
It's stupid. It was just.
I have been a co-op.
Don't we all? And they used to be, the co-op used to be popular for family, to go around the families, and they're not now. They're just as bad now. It is. It's just all gone to the dogs. Sorry, animals. But yeah, retail isn't as good as it used to. I tell you when it all started going tits up. When they introduced Targets. That's when everything just went so American. I hate American ways. Targets, you're gonna eat your targets, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. It's like another thing that comes on here, Melvin. It's like somebody goes on by the turnover and not the net. And if your turnover's really big, people go, oh yeah, I can spend money. No, go by your net. Don't listen to accountants' ears if they tell you to have that because of your turnover. Always go by the net. That's where a lot of businesses go wrong as well.
They have a monopoly where I live. There's only 2 stores, the small co-op and the slightly larger co-op.
I'm not surprised.
Anyway, I think it's time we wrap this up.
Yes, if there's a film you like us to watch and talk about next week, please say, because I'll find time to put us through a film. I watched Sky Vanilla. It's a bit twisted at the end.
Lovely.
So,
I'm going to sit you through Escape Room.
yes, and record it so I can scream.
It's not that bad. You can always